We've been researching customer obsession extensively over the last 12 months, and there's one organisation that comes up time and time again, and it's Amazon. Once upon a time, there was a guy called Jeff Bezos, and he still exists. Every day, he obsessed about his customer, and one day in 1997, he published a letter to his shareholders and the world talking about why his company should obsess over customers. And because of that, it gave him a laser focus for the business until finally they became the most valuable company in the world.
When did Amazon adopt customer obsession? In his letter to Amazon shareholders in 1997, Jeff Bezos refers to when he first started the company in 1994. In a section he titled Obsess Over Customers, he says how they obsess over providing value to their customers. In 1997, Amazon was just selling books. Jeff made this comment: "We brought them much more selection than was ever possible in a physical store. Their current store would now occupy over 6 football fields. It's presented in a useful, easy to search and easy to browse format in a store that's open 365 days a year, 24 hours a day."
So why did Amazon adopt customer obsession? So obsessing over customers is the right thing to do because ultimately they're the ones who pay your bills. Even a customer obsessed skeptic would find it hard to disagree that this strategy makes you the most money. Amazon proved it's a great business strategy to follow. In a 2017 interview, he describes the different ways which you can center a business. So you can obsess about your product, your business model, your technology, your competitors, or your customers. And Jeff Bezos says customer obsession gets you there in a healthier way than the other alternatives.
There are many examples of how Amazon is customer obsessed, but today we're going to share with you 3 of them. The first example is Amazon Prime. Amazon wanted to launch a premium delivery service membership club so that you could get automated next day delivery. When it was launched in 2005, it provided so much value that it actually made the business a loss in the short term. Amazon soon realised that by providing such exceptional value, that the spending levels from Amazon Prime membership customers made it worth their while. Over the years, they have increased the value offered by Prime membership to include a whole host of other benefits which vastly outweigh the price. Things such as video streaming, music streaming, data storage, and a whole lot more. The next example is Amazon Web Services. Web services such as website hosting used to work just like a mobile phone contract. You decide how much you're going to use each month, and then you commit to a pricing plan which charges you the same cost each and every month. You then have to pay a relatively high price for any overusage, and there's no reduction if you use less. Amazon Web Services changed this. It provides a great product with flexible payment terms where you pay for what you use. For businesses who have huge seasonal spikes in demand, it provides an excellent value proposition to vary the service provided and the associated costs. The next example is Washington Post. Jeff Bezos is not just revolutionising the online world, he has also applied customer obsession to a more traditional business. In 2013, he shocked the world by buying a very traditional, struggling business called the Washington Post. The Washington Post was struggling with declining advertising revenue, and as a result they had to cut back on all areas, which led to a demise of the quality of what attracts the attention that the advertisers want to pay to get in front of. Jeff Bezos invested in creating content that attracted the attention of the reader, with an additional 200 journalists bringing it up to 900 journalists. The advertising revenue followed. As of 2019, the Washington Post has been profitable for the last 3 years.
So what can small and medium-sized organisations learn from Amazon's customer obsession? Well, one of the benefits of being Jeff Bezos is that you have cash available to make big bets on your long-term vision. You can afford to invest on a 5 to 7 year time frame and even lose the occasional bet. In an SME, you're unlikely to have the cash flow luxuries at your disposal, so you need to take a slightly different approach. If you want to grow your business, the most important thing you need to do is create more demand for your product or service. And if you obsess over providing value for your customer, then you will increase the demand. This will then generate cash flow to fix any other problems that you have. Delivering more value could be a recipe for disaster unless it's tackled in the right way. If you send 2 widgets every time someone orders 1 widget, you may have issues. You need to think about how you can sustainably increase the value that you provide to your customers. So here's 3 tips and the 3 ideas on what you could do to increase the value.
Number 1, really understand your customers and understand what they value, how you can provide more of what they value, less of what they don't value, or solve more of their problems.
Use technology to build low-cost ways to add value. For example, every customer who buys your product could get access to a free online training academy to help them get the most out of your product or service. And then thirdly, increase your productivity. If you can figure out a way to offer substantially more value by either providing more value for the same money or providing the same thing for a substantially lower cost, they're great ways to increase the value that your customers get and a great way to adopt customer obsession.
Why is it important that your organisation adopts customer obsession? Every one of your customers has probably experienced the customer obsessed experience of buying from companies like Amazon, Netflix or Uber. The expectations of your customers are set by these companies. If the value and experience that your company provides is not as good as Amazon, then people are going to be disappointed. These companies have set the bar so high that you need to step up and become obsessed about your customers before somebody else does.
If you like this video, then check out the other videos on this channel and make sure you hit subscribe and then click the bell icon to get notified the next time we release a video.